Hey guys, it's Chris the Batman statue collector and welcome to our 2025 Batcave room tour. I can't wait to show you what's new this year. Let's get right to it. All right guys, so we're going to start in the interior cove. Some things have changed in here, and so I'm just going to kind of show you everything that I've got. We're going to start with this one down here. This is the Adam Hughes Catwoman that I got last year. Really nice piece. It's really cool to be able to actually see him, sketch it live, which was really fun. Definitely spent a little extra time on it. I've also got the Javier Fernandez piece. This is from Two-Face One Bad Day. I got this 2 years ago in Fan Expo Dallas. And I just recently picked up a Batman as well. But very cool piece, original art. I've also got this piece right here. This is Jonathan Galapian, Court of Owls. Got that one at MegaCon last year, which is very cool. All right, going into the cove here. Again, this is still kind of a work in progress. Still have a little bit of room yet, but I'll kind of go and show you everybody. This is my Tony Daniels original. Absolutely love the way this one looks with the black and white. Looks great. All of these are about 9 by 12, I believe. We also have an original David Finch right here, which is awesome. Again, you cannot have too many David Finch pieces. You're going to see a lot in the Batcave here in a minute. We also got a George Jimenez right here. Thinking about getting another one of those when I go to MegaCon. Got a Jay Lee. Just got this one this year in Fan Expo Dallas. Really nice one. Got a brand new Sean Murphy here as well. This is Sean Murphy also from Fan Expo Dallas, which is a lot of fun. Add a little bit of red to the outline there. Got a Scott Williams. Got that one in San Diego, which is awesome. This one is a jock. I had an original jock, and he did it on the brown paper, and he saw that I wasn't real happy with the brown paper, and so he offered to have me send that one back, do comic sketch art, and he did another one for me. And it's exactly what I wanted. Him on the building, he really nailed this one. Such a great piece. Also have a Jason Fabok here that I won on auction, which was really cool, from Whatnot. And I got to talk to Jason about that piece when I met him. I've met him twice now. Got to have dinner with him last year. Actually, it was this year. Yeah, it was actually earlier this year, which is really cool. This one right here is the Ryan Benjamin piece, which I still can't believe I own. Got to talk to him a little bit about that in New York this year. Really, really fun. And man, this is just one of the best commissions I've ever seen. So good. I also have kind of an entrance here. I'm still working on these. These are the Batman black and whites, which are really great. Since this is kind of a black and white entryway, got all of these different black and white statues from DC Direct or McFarlane, however you want to look at it. I did just also buy the George Jimenez one from Big Bad Toy Store, and so I will be reviewing that also. But definitely got a little bit of room. Even have a Sean Murphy original. I haven't framed this one yet, but the Sean Murphy original Joker, also that I got from Fan Expo Dallas. He was doing these little $100 sketches, so that's fun. And in the interior cove, I've got an Alan Qua Two-Face. Got a couple years ago at Fan Expo Dallas. I've got a Mark Silvestri Joker right here. Sorry, it's a little hard to see. This cove is not super well lit, but really, really great Silvestri. I've got a Greg Capullo original Batman, which I am so happy to have. It's little, but it's still awesome because he does not do commissions at all or sketches anymore. We also have an Ivan Reyes, which is absolutely fantastic. I also have the individual portrait also of Ra's al Ghul, but this is from One Bad Day. So another original panel. I've also got a Jay Lee Joker. So I've got a Jay Lee Joker and a Jay Lee Batman. Definitely like the Joker better. It's awesome. And then this is one of my favorites. I've got Tim Sale right here. Absolutely amazing. Can't believe I own this. Of course, Tim Sale's no longer with us. This is from 2012. And then up top, one of my original commissions that I picked up was this Joker original from Jim Lee. Again, really awesome. All right, so now we're going to get ready to walk into the Batcave. Let's go ahead and do that for the big reveal here. And we'll come on in and show you what the Batcave looks like right now. In 2024, obviously, again, this is just kind of a snapshot of where we're at. But we're going to get to all of that stuff. Yeah, awesome, right? Okay, so again, this is all kind of a work in progress. I'm not exactly sure if this is where this stuff will end up. But on the back of the door right now, I've got the Lee Bermejo wall. And so let me kind of zoom back here and kind of show you what that looks like. Pan up here. Sorry, my gimbal doesn't like to pan. But anyway, yeah, look at that. I was able to get this one this year, which is awesome. This one's called Creature of the Night, which is amazing with the rain. Love it. Definitely one of my favorite artists. Just a cool dude. I can't wait to see him again at MegaCon. This one he just did for me for New York Comic Con. This was a personal favor. And this one is Batman versus Joker. It's exactly what I wanted, cover quality. I asked him to do the red blood, red lips, a little bit of pop color. There's a signature there. Again, I still cannot believe I own this thing. I'm so lucky. It was pricey, but definitely worth it for me. I absolutely love this thing. It's just insane. Insane. Then I also have the Joker as well. And I don't know if this is where these will end up. I might put them on the wall. I'm going to give them their own space. But still just incredible, right? Absolutely incredible. Okay, let's see what else we have over here. Right now we have, so this is my David Finch wall. A lot of you have seen this thing. And so I'm going to get to all of this stuff. I'm going to get to all the Finch pieces, but we'll kind of wait till toward the end. We have the Jim Lee that I just got from New York Comic Con. This is 11 by 17. I call it Out of the Darkness and Into the Light. That's what I call this piece. It's just something very different. Obviously, Jim Lee, again, very expensive picture. Definitely expensive commission. I want to thank Albert Moy and Eric B. for helping me get this piece. Just awesome. So that's an original, and again, I'll come back to all the Finch stuff. This is another original I picked up this year. This is from Ryan Brown. Very similar to his cover that he did, and it's exactly what I was hoping for. It's just insane. Like it is obviously cover quality. He added all the ha-has and stuff for me. And he did, Eric B., he did a great commission of Scarecrow, and I had to have a Joker of his. But, I mean, it's just it's just insane how good this is. And having this as an original is just mind-blowing to me. All right. So, let's see. Let's start over here. We got Mini BSC making an appearance. He's always, guarding over the Batcave. We've got the Lee Bermejo Prime 1 Studio Joker here. Obviously a spectacular statue through and through. Just so good. We've got the cards autographed by Bermejo. Let me see if I can kind of pan down a little bit so you guys can see that. And then, of course, you've got the statue itself, which is just an absolutely insane piece. one of my favorites in my collection by far. Probably my second favorite Joker in my collection. But just a great statue. I've also got the CGC back there that is the same as the statue. Libramejo, 9.8. And that's from Joker 80th Anniversary. Speaking of Libramejo, I also have the Batman Damned. This again is from Prime 1 Studio. And definitely a piece I slept on for a really long time. But it's so freaking amazing. Just so good. Level of detail, obviously on his cape and everything else. It had all the extra portraits, which is fun, so you can swap those out. And this particular one has the great Joker base, and I had Lee sign the knife right there. So yeah, I mean, again, I've got the Lee Bermejo pieces on the wall there, and then of course the Bermejo pieces in person, which is awesome. All right, moving on, we've got the Batman Who Laughs from Prime 1 Studio. Just a great piece. It's a little older piece now, but still highly sought after. This one still fetches a pretty penny from collectors. And there's no doubt why. I mean, it's just such a crazy, insane statue through and through. So much detail, grotesque piece. Definitely contemplated getting the Harley Who Laughs. That one has just started shipping, and thought about putting her right next to him. I just don't know if I need her or not, but it's still just a phenomenal statue, and still really holds up to this day. I mean, look at that. So good. And again, there's just so much going on with the piece. It's just awesome. All right, next up is Mr. Freeze. I'm actually selling this one, so if anybody's looking for a Mr. Freeze, this is the Arkham Freeze, and the reason I'm selling it is because they have announced that they're doing a comic book version, and so I would just personally prefer that version, although this one is amazing. If you are interested in this one, I do have the broken glass dome that I made myself, and I also have the clear dome, so you can choose which one you want. But this one is the exclusive with Nora. Just, again, a phenomenal piece. It's got the ice shards coming off. It's just massive. It's one of the heaviest pieces by far in my collection. It's just so good. And yeah, just, again, I know this is an older piece at this time. Most of you have seen this, but still a great statue. Still holds up to this day. And it's just massive. Massive. I did forget to mention I have a Finch 11 by 17 print here, signed by Finch. Obviously, this is the Batman versus Batman Who Laughs. Prime 1 Studios doing this statue, and I have it on my maybe list. So that'd pair up really nicely. Also got the Court of Owls Capullo signed art print. Again, cannot go wrong with Capullo. So great. All right, so this is a newer one this year. This is one that, again, I slept on for a really long time. This is, of course, the Dark Knight Returns Master Race. So good. And this is the way I choose to have him set up. Have the grapple. I do have this. This is the other nameplate. I'm hoping to get Frank Miller this year. I've tried many times to get his autograph and to meet him, but I still haven't. So I think I'm going to have him autograph that. I just kind of set it up, up front like this with his name. But I do have his autograph here, which I thought was Gabriel Delato recently. It's actually Frank Miller's. I just forgot. But I do have the same. This is the bulletproof comics limited edition. Very hard to get this CGC. But again, Master Race. He's got the grapple gun here. Just a really awesome piece. And again, just a massive, I mean, again, you could just see how big it is. And I'm really glad I got this one. I slept on it for a really long time, and I don't know why. It's not my favorite story. That's probably why, but it's just such an awesome statue. has a lot of presence. I mean, again, if I back up here, you could just see it's just a massive piece. Really massive. All right, moving on, we've got a Prime 1 piece here. This one is the George Jimenez Joker and Punchline. My good friend Dan at Wayne Manor Rocket City has this one. If you guys watched his recent room tour, if you haven't, please do yourself a favor. It is an hour of just amazingness. But this statue is phenomenal. I really like the way they designed it, so you could just get the Joker if you want. This is the deluxe bonus, obviously, based on the cover of Tony Daniel. I don't know if you can see that back there, but it's a George Jimenez piece, but definitely inspired by the Tony Daniel portrait there, you know, with that cover of Batman '93. And then, of course, you have the gorgeous Punchline. This is one of my favorites in my collection. Just a stunning statue. I saw this one in San Diego a number of years ago, and I'm just so happy to have it in the collection. I mean, just a gorgeous looking statue. I love how devious her face is. Maybe could have had a few other arm swap outs or something like that. That would have maybe made her more fun, but again, she's got a massive base because she's meant to go behind the Joker, and that's the way I choose to have her displayed. But yeah, just a beautiful statue. And then, of course, she also had all of the extra head portraits as well, which is really cool. So I just have them all kind of displayed to the side. All right, moving on, I've got the Jokerized Batsuit. Again, George Jimenez here. This is not everybody's cup of tea, but it's such a fun piece. And again, it's massive. I don't know if you guys can just get an idea of how big this piece is. The base is massive on it. It's a really fun piece. Obviously, again, you got a lot of great other portraits and things like that. This one also right here is great. Super fun. But yeah, you got the crushed Batmobile, the smoke billowing up. You got a lot of great detail, like mud on the costume. Again, it's just very different. The colors are very different on this one compared to just about anything else in the room. I mean, if you look at this, if you stand back and just like nothing else has those colors in the collection at all, but this piece, super well done. I love the way the cape billows. It's got the purple cape. Again, not everybody's cup of tea. They didn't make very many of these, but I'm really glad to have it in the collection. Super fun. All right, moving on. Another, just a spectacular piece. This is the Harley Quinn Arkham City. She is Arkham City. I don't necessarily, think of her as Arkham City. I think of her as just a beautiful looking Harley. My favorite costume from the series. This is an absurdly large base. That's the only downside to this one. But just a gorgeous piece. Again, something real different. Got the Jack Daniels. A lot of little Easter eggs, little Joker nods. But again, just like when you look at her, again, especially that portrait, she is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Love it. All right, moving on to the big boy. We got Killer Croc. You guys have seen this one in the collection many times. Just a phenomenal piece. Again, just a massive, massive statue. You could see how big he is. I still would love for them to do a comic book one, but I'm really happy with the way he is. I really wish that Batman versus Killer Croc had been third scale. I understand why it's not, but come on, if they could do this in third scale, they could have done that one in third scale as well. But just a really great piece. And just, again, monstrous. Scary good. Scary good. All right, over here I've got Harley just kind of hanging out. This one is for sale. If anybody wants the Harley Hell on Wheels, I have a hell of a good price on her. And it is the exclusive, which means that she does have the other portrait here, right here. And she is really cheap because she does have a broken area right here. And so if you don't mind that, or if you could dress it up with blood or something, but the rest of the statue is perfect. But if you're looking for a good price, Harley Hell on Wheels, hit me up, thebatmanstatuecollector@gmail.com. Great piece. All right, going to one of my all-time favorites in the collection. This is the Jason Fabok Tech 1000, autographed by Jason Fabok. I actually sent this to his home in Canada, and he was nice enough to sign it and send it back to me because I had not met him at that point. But developed a lot of really great relationships with artists by doing this channel. And this piece, man, absolutely fantastic. Again, still one of my all-time favorites with the way his cape's billowing up. Beautiful statue. Prime 1 Studio, 3rd scale. Did come with the extra portraits and the base. Of course, I've got it also signed down there. You can see the slab stand right there. Signed by Jason Fabok there in the background. And of course, the signed piece as well, 9.8 of the cover, Tech 1000, that inspired the statue. So I want to give a shout out real quick. Move this out of the way. I want to give a shout out real quick to Red Wolf Collectibles, who does my slab stands. I highly recommend them. Links are down below. Make sure you use the code to save. But yeah, just a phenomenal, again, just one of my all-time favorites, without question. Absolutely love it. Okay, let's move on here to the glowing orb area. I've got a lot of lights going on right now, so bear with me. But again, this is definitely a work in progress area back here, but I've got the Sideshow Catwoman. Again, most of you have seen her by now. I bought the newer one and ended up buying this one back just because I do think this is the better one after having owned both. And of course we have Batgirl as well. Really nice piece. Obviously this is one of the best statues of the year in my opinion. Has the clay face base. But Batgirl is just phenomenal. Sculpted by Daniel Bell. One of Sideshow's best, I think. It's really good. Now, this was another really great one that came out. This is the Poison Ivy. I actually think I might have forgotten her in my top 10 received videos, or my favorite statues received this year. I think I might have left her off the list. That is a shame. I don't know how that happened. I think that she came out this year, I think. I have to go back and look now, but I think I missed her somehow. But absolutely beautiful statue. Yeah, she's awesome. Got Batman Who Laughs back there in the background there. Again, most of you have seen him. Won't spend a lot of time on him, but again, just a great statue. Underrated piece. And you got Bane, again, sculpted by Daniel Bell back there. Really fun piece, massive piece as well. Really like the realism of it. Got Nora from the Mr. Freeze piece here. Oop, going the wrong way, the gimbal. Still a phenomenal piece. One of the first ones that Sideshow kind of started taking risks with when they did him and Scarecrow. So good. This is a new piece this year for my collection. This is the Gotham by Gaslight. This was another piece that I kind of slept on. I don't know why, because I didn't really think I had a spot for it, and I still really don't. You know, it fits here, but this is not where he'll end up. Does have kind of the dollhouse base. Definitely could have used a light up feature, but still just a fun piece. Again, I love this time period, kind of that steampunk, and just very dark and gritty, but I love it. Really love it. So that's kind of what the hodgepodge collection looks like right there. Going down, we also have the Dark Knight Returns from Sideshow, sculpted by Daniel Bell. Just a really impressive piece, and such an ambitious piece that they did. Just so good. And I'm really glad he fits on the shelf. Barely. He barely fits on the shelf. Also got a few pieces here. I've got a Pure Arts Batman cowl that I'm reviewing for the channel. Looks really great. And then, of course, the Joker. This one is also a Pure Arts piece. Very interesting concept on it. The Joker cards. And it's kind of like a half mask, which is definitely something a little different, but I really love it. Really love those pieces. Let's see, what else do I got down below here? I've got some books down there. Obviously some CGCs as well. This is the One Bad Day for Ra's al Ghul, which I do have the artwork interior for. And I've got some down here as well. The Joker, 3 Jokers. The middle one signed by Fabok. Right there. So those are awesome. Going to the middle shelf, I've got the classic Sideshow bus, which have been a staple of this channel for darn near, over 8 years. Had them in my collection for probably about 10. I don't know if they're ever going to go away, but they're still crazy good. Spooky as hell, that's for sure. I love that Batman. Got the Batman Statue Collector logo there in wood, which is really cool. Love the way that turned out. I got this on Etsy. And then, of course, we have the the White Knight from XM Studios. This is my last XM Studios piece that I still have. I did sell all the samurai pieces. This one will most likely never leave my collection, just simply because of the memory that I had unboxing this one with Dan from Wayne Manor Rocket City, where we surprised everyone. That was so much fun. So much fun. Of course, just, Sean Murphy. I do have it autographed by him. I don't know if I can get underneath there. I can't, but there's an autograph of Sean Murphy right there on the hatch of the gun. And again, just a very ambitious piece by them. I wish XM success. Hopefully they are able to get stuff going again. But man, this piece is just spectacular all around. And again, I love the way the cape is. Obviously sticks out really far, but the great thing is like, I don't have to worry too much about running into it because, it's so high up here on the shelf. But still a great piece. All right, let's move over to some more villains. We got the Joker from Tweeterhead. Again, just such a great piece. Very ambitious piece. Slightly underscaled, which I wish he was a little bit bigger. But man, this is it's already big enough. But this is the quarter scale, obviously the quarter scale version of Joker on Throne. And again, just such a fun piece. For sure. Definitely one of my favorite statues this year. We got the Penguin from Sideshow Collectibles, sculpted by Maria Pamfilova. Sorry about the shadow here, guys. I mean, just look how great this is. And the fact that Sideshow finally did him. It's so good. Got the real, the real material, which some people might not like, but I love him. Such a great piece. You have the classic Scarecrow here as well. Love what they did with this one. So creepy. Still one of my favorites. A little hard to see in the dark light, but very cool. You got the brand new, this is Tweeterhead's Two-Face. Love him. I did just talk recently about how, the only issue with him is he was a little bit underscaled compared to the Sideshow premium formats. So It's my only downfall on this one, but I just love that we finally get a Two-Face in the collection. This is a fan art piece. So I never review him on the channel, or haven't reviewed him, but still just literally a monstrous piece. And so good. And again, just really massive. You can see how big he is. This one was sculpted by Martin Canale, the new Deathstroke this year. Really awesome piece. Again, I'm sorry he's kind of way back here in the corner. But really great piece by Sideshow. Absolutely love him. So much better than the original release that they did. I never liked that one. Going down here, I've got two more fan art pieces. This one is Solomon Grundy, one of my favorites in the collection. Again, I never reviewed him, but we'll show you guys him briefly here. We do try to respect the license companies on the channel. But I'm still an art fan, so, but I'm not going to review them. We also have a punchline, and I'm also getting a Harley from this sculptor. Really love this punchline. He did such a great job on her. All right, a couple other pieces here. I've got the Alfred from Prime 1. Quarter scale. I don't have anybody to go with him right now. That's why he's just kind of hanging out with some villains. This one was a little overscaled, but I think once I get, maybe if I get the Tactical Throne from Prime 1, I'll pair him up with that piece. I've got my popcorn bucket over there. And the extra pieces for Alfred. Haven't put those away yet. Also got a few more CGCs down below. I've got the Detective Comics 27, and that's signed by Athena Figure, and my Brian Boland signed Killing Joke 9/8. And then I've also got my Absolutes down here, and I have a lot of those signed, but I've got the omnibuses there, and then the Absolutes here in the corner. Definitely need to get a few more that are out that I don't have, but I think they look pretty good down below. Okay, let's go up top here, and we'll start with this row here. We've got the Batman Hush, Prime 1 Studio. I've got, this one is one of my favorites because I've got it signed by Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee. There on the bat. And of course I've got the extra portrait, or the extra base. But I was finally able to get this, I think, off of eBay, where I was able to get the bandaged exclusive version. So that's the way I keep him displayed. And I've also got a Jim Lee canvas. Got this one from Charles Carrozza at Choice Fine Art. I've always loved this image. I am an old softie, so I love the romance of these two characters that have been through a lot, and they connect with each other. Love that. But anyway, we got the Hush, and then this is what I consider my Hush Joker. This is the Joker Say Cheese. I do the Jim Lee portrait on it with the bang flag. I think that they just pair up so nicely together. So I consider this my Hush collection. But yeah, come on, Joker Say Cheese, one of the best statues I have in the collection in my opinion. I display it with the bang flag and the cane. Love the purple colors. Still don't love the Robin, but he kind of gets lost in it anyway. And of course you got the extra portraits, which are fantastic. So you can't go wrong with any of these. This is another Jim Lee portrait here. This is a Jason Fabok portrait. But yeah, like I said, I do the Jim Lee portrait. Love it. Love those two. All right, next up we've got the Penguin from Prime 1 Studio again. This is another Jason Fabok inspired piece. Love this one. I love the base on it. It's got that kind of that snow shimmer to it. I do have one of the bill stacks signed by Jason Fabok. So again, I always like to have my pieces signed if I can by the artist. Just really well done. Absolutely love this one. Love it. I've got the, I think last year I had 2 poison ivies. I had this one and sold it because I got the flesh color. And when I got the flesh color in, I loved her, but at the same time I was like, I prefer the green one. So I sold the flesh color one and got the green one back again. And I think this green one is even better than the original green one that I had. So she still holds up. I think she's fantastic. This again is inspired by Hush. So if they ever do a Hush Catwoman, I'd probably put Hush Catwoman right here. And just to have this whole row of Hush characters. And maybe move Penguin somewhere else. But I love this piece. Again, it's a little older at this point. I do have the briefcase signed by Jim Lee. For the very first time I met him in Dallas. There's the exclusive. So yeah, I love this piece. Absolutely stunning and holds up still to this day in my opinion. Love it. And I know a lot of people like the flesh color one too. Over here we've got the Lee Bermejo Catwoman. This is another piece that I kind of slept on for a while. I didn't really feel like I needed her. But this is one of my favorite Catwoman that I have. I just think she's fantastic. I love the way the suit is. I love the fabric. It's kind of got this blue sheen to it, which really picks up well. I added that cat. That's actually Michelle Pfeiffer's cat from the Blitzway piece, but I added the cat over here kind of rubbing up against her leg. Also had the, what is that, tabby cat over there. Oh, I've also got the cover 9/8 Catwoman 25, Lee Bermejo cover, which again is the inspiration for the statue. And of course it also came with some of the other portraits, which are absolutely stunning. Love them. But my favorite is that one. I feel like kind of that Adam Hughes look. The Audrey Hepburn a little bit. But I love that statue. I think they just nailed this one. Very underrated piece in my opinion. And of course, I'm going to move her over. If they ever do the Hush Catwoman, which they've teased, I will move her over across the other way with the other Bermejo pieces. Definitely one of the most ambitious statues that I've ever seen. Speaking of just massive, I mean, this thing is crazy. I've talked about how it hangs all over the edge of the shelf because it's just, again, massive. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Just absolutely stunning piece. Again, inspired by the art of Jason Fabok. I do have Jason's signature on the detonator right there. Again, it's just a phenomenal looking piece. Absolutely love it. It did also come with a Jim Lee portrait, but I keep the Fabok. And again, just the cape, the way it billows. I love the new Sideshow one, but I feel like this one is a superior piece in my opinion. But it's definitely not something that everybody can accommodate. It's also very expensive. So unless you have a ton of room, I would definitely go with the Sideshow. But I just love this piece. I'm so glad I bought it. Definitely fun. It's something you definitely don't see every day. It's just got so much going on with it. Just a beautiful piece. Prime One nailed this one. Absolutely nailed it. All right, coming over here, we got a little bit of an older piece again. This is the Harley Quinn, Suicide Squad. Love this one still today. Close second. I still like the Arkham City one better that I showed you guys. But really gorgeous piece. Definitely the skater Harley look. Definitely an oversized base. It didn't need to be that big, but still a lot of fun. Got the Joker head. Yeah, just a gorgeous statue. A lot of different great portraits. I choose to keep this one. I like the winky eye, kind of her holding her eye closed as she's aiming her gun. Back here, I've got the Liber Mayho canvas. This is from Sideshow Collectibles. Really like this one a lot. Batman with Joker down below. Signed by Bermejo there. I also have a Court of Owls cowl here, signed by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, as you can see. I'd like to find a shadow box or something for it. I haven't found one that'll fit it, but I think that would look cool framed. And speaking of Court of Owls, here's my broken, I still got the poor Talon hanging out there. But this is Talon from Prime 1. The owl did not survive, as most everybody that has this piece, the owl has fallen off the front. Mine just literally randomly fell off on its own. And there's just like, I've got little pieces of the owl. Here's like a little piece right there. So yeah, it sucks. But these things happen, you know, these things happen. But I love the base. I love everything about this. And it doesn't necessarily need the front owl. It's got the other owls on it as well. So it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, come on, Talon. One of my favorites in the collection. So glad they did him. I don't think there's any chance they would do him today. But I'm so glad they did. Really fun statue. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. J at Prime 1. Gorgeous piece. And no, I don't worry about him leaning at all. I know some of you have worried about it. We got the Batman. Love this piece. Obviously, this is inspired by David Finch, which is right there. Let me pan down a little. Batman 20. Love it. Obviously, you have Batman down in the mud. He has his, butt handed to him. I do have this autographed by David Finch right there, which is great. And again, just a massive piece. Love this one. Again, just to give you an idea of how big he is. There's my fist. So I can't imagine ever letting this one go. It's definitely one of my favorites in the collection of all time. Love it. Got the Deathstroke from Prime 1 as well. Many of you have seen this one. Many of you are, I think, jealous of this one because this one is hard to find. And this is one that, again, I slept on for a really long time. I'm like, I don't really need a Deathstroke. I had the Arkham one at the time. This one, to me, is superior. I love it. I love the Grim Reaper on it. It's just a fun piece with all the skulls and stuff down below. But yeah, I mean, come on. Great piece, inspired by the Tony Daniel cover, which don't mention this to Tony Daniel. He is not happy because he doesn't get credit. But he should, because, again, it's just a phenomenal cover. And to me, this is a Tony Daniel piece. So, definitely a favorite artist. And I just wish that he had gotten credit because it is a phenomenal piece. Really fun piece from Prime 1. I've got my Jock back there. It says, "Hey, Chris." This is signed by Scott Snyder and Jock. Limited edition. This is 29 out of 500. Deckled edge print from one of the conventions. I think New York, I think. This is the Batman Triumphant. This is one of those pieces where I just don't know where he's going to end up because I can't put him on the shelf because of his Batarang. It doesn't fit with the ceiling. So right now he's just on kind of a makeshift podium for the time being. But really awesome piece. Again, this is one that's really sought after. I don't love it. It's the fabric cape, but it's really awesome. And plus, I think this was the inspiration for my David Finch commission that I have because they match up almost perfectly. This one is, of course, inspired by Jason Fabok, but just a really fun piece. And this one is the one that pairs up with the Penguin, so you could put the Penguin up front. And I may do that at some point, but I'm just kind of happy to have him kind of by himself. So this is not where he'll be. This is not his final spot because he does block my Alex Ross painting, which is one of my all-time favorites, Batman and Gargoyle here. Got the Alex Ross signature, but definitely one of my favorite paintings. Love this one. Just, yeah, one of my all-time favorite paintings. I love it. Love it, love it. Okay, let's see what else I've got. Obviously nothing on the bottom shelves, except I'll do like a cheap plug here, okay? We got the Comics on Coffee. One of my sponsors here on the channel, so give them a plug real quick. I'll put the links down below, and there's a code to save. But if you want some great coffee, support comics, check out Comics on Coffee. Okay? All right. So anyway, yeah, I've got a lot of space on the bottom shelves. I'm going to be talking about that here in just a second. Let's talk about the middle. And I've got movie pieces in the middle, at least right now, except I do have this great Neil Adams, which I don't have hung up yet, but signed by Neil Adams. One of my favorite Batman covers. So again, the movie pieces in the middle, I've got the Batman 89. Of course, Michael Keaton. This is one of my newest pieces of the collection. And I do have a surprise coming as well, so stay tuned for that. But I really like the way I have him posed. Great base on him. And I have the cape straight down and then kind of tucked. I just think it looks good. I know some people have tried different things with the cape. I also took the hand out of there so it didn't have the hand bulge right there, which was bothering me. So again, if you just want to, maybe a tip to display this, maybe that'd be something you'd want to do. So Batman 89 right there. We've got the Queen Studios Dark Knight Batman. A little bit of an older piece at this time. It's still a great looking statue. I really like it a lot. And I feel like it still really holds up really well. I also really liked the J&D one that I was able to review thanks to Todd at Spec Fiction. Really fun piece. Let's see what we have over here. We've got some Dark Knight stuff here too. Of course, we've got the Infinity Studios Joker. I've been debating about whether to let him go or not, especially if I end up putting movie stuff down there. I've been advised to maybe just like put all of my movie stuff down below and then fill up the middle section here with, like more comic book stuff. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I keep this Joker, or do you think it's time to move on from him? I would hate to put him on a bottom shelf because it's a lot of money for a bottom shelfer. And, at the same time, it just wouldn't have the same wow factor. But there's only so many places in here that I could put him. But I still feel like it's awesome. Or I've also thought about getting some other busts, Robert Pattinson and whatnot. We also have the Joker down here. I don't have a spot for him at the moment because Batman 89 took his spot. This is the Queen Studios Joker. Really phenomenal piece, and still one of my favorite pieces in the collection, believe it or not. I really like this one. I think I even like this one at this point even more than the Prime 1, but I don't know. I really love it. Yeah, love that piece. All right, let's come back up here. We got a few more here. We've got the Michelle Pfeiffer from Blitzway. Definitely one of my favorite pieces in the collection. I think one of the best pieces of the year, quite frankly. Although she did come in, I think she came in December of 2023. So she's been in the Batcave for a year now. Just a gorgeous piece. Again, Blitzway, I think everything Blitzway's doing has been top notch. And I highly recommend anything they put out because they've just all been great. But this one especially, just a gorgeous piece. Again, let me kind of pan down a little bit so you can see a little bit more of her. Yeah, gorgeous piece. All right, coming around the corner, I've got a few books down here, trying out to see if I liked the look of that on the bookshelf podiums. Of course, this is the Dark Knight Joker that I was just referring to. I still think I like the one seated maybe a little bit better, but I really still like this one. Love the smiling portrait. Again, Blitzway just did a really great job with this. Prime 1 Studio. Just a fun piece all around. And again, this is my favorite Joker, Heath Ledger Joker. So good. Then another Blitzway piece that I got in this year is the Batman, Robert Pattinson. Oops, sorry, went the wrong way with the gimbal. Just a fantastic piece. I love the likeness. It does also have the great unmasked portrait as well. But just a gorgeous piece all around. Like, they just nailed this one as well. Love the Batman logo. It's got the duct tape on the bottom for the Riddler. Got the vials down there. Like, just so much great, about this one. Got the light up feature as well right there with the red. So that's fun, little push button there. But yeah, just a great statue all around. Really happy with this one. I would love for them to do a penguin, especially with the success of that show. I think it'd be cool to, like, if I do keep them in the middle, I would maybe put him across the way there. But we'll see. We'll see. So that's him. All right, so let's walk back over this way, and we'll look at some of the other art here on the wall. Well, I guess we got more statues, I guess. We got the classic Joker from Sideshow. I don't think this one will ever leave my collection. My first DC piece from Sideshow Collectibles. Still got the Santa hat over there. This is like my workstation here, where I do all the live streams, and I edit all the stuff on my phone, so most of it is just the live streams here. And then of course I've got the cowl that I've been getting autographed, which is one of my favorite things in the collection for sure. Got most of those done, actually all of those done. And sorry about that, the gimbal gimbal's giving up on me. This is I got them all signed in New York so far, which is fun. Okay, let's go back to the art. I showed you Jim Lee. Now I'm going to show you, obviously, I got this one last year at MegaCon. This is the David Finch Man-Bat. And he did this one live as a tribute to Neil Adams when Neil Adams passed away. Really like this one. I know Dan is trying his best to make me let go of this one. Might have luck one day, my friend. Got all my badges here from all my different conventions, press badges, and things like that. So that's really fun. And then, of course, we've got the David Finch wall. All of these, for the most part, have been procured this year. Professor Pig, Ivy, Hush, Harley Quinn, Killer Croc, Man-Bat, Riddler, my favorite, Dr. Hugo Strange in the collection, Clayface, and Mr. Freeze, one of my originals here that I got. And we got Scarecrow, which was my original, one that I got from him. Again, all of these are originals by David. Carmine Falcone, my newest one, Punchline, and Mad Hatter. Love that one. Let's see, you've got my YouTube plaque right there. Thank you again for everybody supporting the channel. This one I got a couple years ago at San Diego Comic-Con. Again, this is kind of what started it all. Just incredible, incredible Batman. And sorry for the glare. All right, let me come around here. Let me move my chair here out of the way. My E-Win chair. Love this thing, by the way. We got the Joker over here. My friend JWR got a really good Joker this year from David. We've got Two-Face. Love him. Penguin, one of my favorites. Again, every single one of these are great to me. I mean, look at, it just gets better and better each one I show you. Bane, got that one in Dallas this year. And again, I want to thank Jason at Essential Sequential for hooking me up. Yeah, I think I've got 28 David Finch pieces now. Ra's al Ghul. I asked for Angry Demented and he delivered. This is another one of my favorites, Ventriloquist and Scarface. He definitely put extra love in that one. Man, Mask of the Phantasm. I'm just the luckiest person in the world to be able to see these every day. Got Catwoman. And we got Solomon Grundy. And Victor Zsasz, which is another one of my newest ones to the collection. I definitely have a little bit of room still that, you know, like right there. I've asked for a Talon. I've asked for a Deathstroke, maybe a Joe Chill. But, you know, this is the way I get to see my wall every day, which is crazy. The Jim Lee will be moved. Probably there'll be another Finch piece there at some point. Oh, I forgot this one. I forgot to show you. I don't have a spot for this one yet, but this one was Javier Fernandez that I picked up in New York. I don't know if I have a spot, so I might sell this one. I don't know. Or I might just keep putting stuff up, again, up top, you know, kind of along the wall, spaced out, which is probably what I'll do. Original art over here. I might put like my art prints and stuff over here because I already have, you know, a number of those that are not originals. But, and I've also thought about putting originals over here on this wall as well. So we'll kind of wait and see. Again, I wanted to address the bottoms. Obviously, the bottoms are empty on both sides. I know that drives some of you crazy, but eventually they will be filled. I just don't want too much in here. You know, if you watch Dan's video, he talks about how, you know, sometimes it can look junky and cluttered. And so I'm okay with it being empty. Eventually some of these will go down. Eventually I'll have new stuff, Legendary Beast stuff coming out, Prime 1 stuff. Obviously Sideshow and Tweeterhead. I'm really excited about the Tweeterhead bus. But, so yeah, this is my collection room right now. As we look, again, one thing I always say, and I say it to collectors all the time, is that, you know, the collection's never finished. Like, it's always a work in progress. Some people always say, hey, Chris, I don't want to do a room tour yet because I need X, Y, and Z pieces. Yeah, but it's never enough, right? It's like these are always just snapshots. So I'm going to do another one of these, you know, for 2026 because the collection will change a little bit. Some pieces will be gone. Some of it will be the same because I'm overall really happy with the statues. Again, I'm really just debating whether to put the movie stuff down below and along this row here, and then, you know, try to build something, maybe put a couch in the middle just so I can sit down and enjoy myself, because usually right now all I do is I sit in my chair and I do my work, you know. Also make sure you have this handy. There's the tape measure. There's my readers. Since I'm older now, gotta have your stuff if you're gonna be a statue collector. But yeah, this is my collection room right now. Again, I'll probably end up putting original art along there. But so I'm definitely curious as to what you guys think. Let me know in the comments what you think about my collection right now, what you would maybe change. You know, give me some constructive criticism. But again, I'm so lucky the way that this Batcave turned out. And again, it is a work in progress still, even though it's, you know, been operational for just slightly over a year at this point. I still can't believe it's finished. It's just such a special space to be able to not only show you guys, but, you know, to use my review table here, and, you know, just to be able to share this with you guys means a lot to me. So again, I hope you have enjoyed this as much as I have. Again, let me know what you think. And I also just want to say I hope you all have a very happy new year. Hopefully 2025 will be an amazing year for collectibles and just good stuff happening in our world. I feel like we need that right now. But again, here's the pan of the room. Thank you guys again so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Happy New Year from the BSC. And as I tend to say, we're just getting started. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you right here in the Batcave. Bye, everybody.
Hey guys, I have partnered up with Red Wolf Collectibles, maker of incredible comic book display options, including this outstanding, heavy-duty, and well-made slab stand featuring an anti-slip pad and all the accessories needed to display your most prized slab comic books, just like this one here in my collection. And now they even have interchangeable 3D design plates that feature really strong magnets that let you easily swap out logos to match your comic books, slabs, or whatever superhero you want to feature in your display. display in an absolutely incredible way. And these are just some of the plates available for purchase from DC, Marvel, and much, much more. I mean, look at all of the options here. You can even have your own custom logo made. And they also offer magnetized comic book frames. You simply remove the front, place your comic book inside, and place the magnetized cover back on. It's that simple, yet looks absolutely amazing and even features a built-in hook so you can display it on the wall. I mean, look how awesome this looks. Now, if you don't have a slab, you can also purchase their protective comic book cases, which feature high-quality metal corners and screws. And you can also pair this up with the display stands to give it that amazing slab look. Now, all of these are absolutely incredible, and make sure you use code STATUE at checkout for a discount at redwolfcollectibles.com. I'm so happy to be partnering with them because their products are absolutely amazing. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.